Lemonade? It's a lovely ball. Lady Winters has truly outdone herself. No doubt in an attempt to show up her sister, of course. I don't think I've seen such an assortment of flowers outside of a garden. You don't normally see carnations this early in the season. Lord Winters must be weeping at the sight of his pocketbook. Please congratulate Lord and Lady Payne on the arrival of their daughter. I'm sure your sister is very excited. So you're just not going to talk to me? You know I don't deserve this.
How could you not tell me?
Tell you what?
About your engagement to Lady Elizabeth Foster. A little warning would have been nice. Imagine hearing that from the Times.
Shh, keep your voice down. We should go somewhere more private. I wanted to tell you.
No, if you wanted to, you would have.
Did you ever think it might be hard for me to tell you?
A letter would have sufficed.
I tried writing letters. There didn't seem to be a right way to tell you.
So you chose not to tell me at all? What did you want to say?
I was just informing you of my engagement.
That's all?
Yes.
After everything we've been through?
I would never treat Lady Elizabeth the way my father treated my mother. You know this.
You might be fine, but that doesn't mean I'm not hurt.
Who said I wasn't?
When was it finalized?
The engagement? It's not important.
When, Richard? After the Weatherby house party?
At the Weatherby house party.
You told me it was nothing.
Because I knew you'd react this way.
How could you say you love me and then go get engaged to someone else?
My engagement to Lady Elizabeth is nothing more than what has to be done.
You promised me you wouldn't marry.
Don't be so naive. You've always known I'd have to get married. I need an heir.
You have a brother.
But you don't. Think of your sisters. They could never marry. My father would roll in his grave if he knew I couldn't produce an heir. And your father...
My father didn't give a damn about me.
But he did about his title. Don't go around pretending you still don't try to live your life living up to his impossibly high standards.
I hate when you do this.
Do what?
Make me feel like a child. You have no idea what I put myself through to be the heir my father wanted. When the message of his passing arrived, I was with a friend.
I know where you were.
I hadn't taken the time to show any interest in girls at school, so my friend took me somewhere where I wouldn't have to. He picked out the girl I was with, and she was kissing me when I heard his voice through the door. He'd been insistent earlier that he wouldn't interrupt me so that I could do what we came there to do, but when I answered the door, he gave me my mother's message. I was a Viscount, but the first thing I thought of was that my father would be so disappointed. I learned about my ascension in a brothel I was forced to go to because my friend thought 1 in 20 was far too old to still be a virgin.
Have I ever told you what I first thought of you? Well, my brother and I were never very close, but 7 years really never felt so long as when he was at university. He liked to party, and I had business to attend to.
Tell me more.
So, when he asked to have a friend come stay with us for the break, Lord Chambers, I thought, this kid is sure to be a nightmare.
Was I?
A nightmare? No, more like a relief. My mother had been hounding me to find a wife. My plan was to take you to my club, maybe a few balls, and then drown my sorrows in whatever pleasures I found to be of comfort, while you two slept off nasty hangovers. But if you were anything like my brother, it'd be a month of sleepless nights and keeping you away from every lady in a 5-mile radius.
Quite a concern with me.
At the time, it seemed so. I had a chance to speak with Charlie after he introduced us. I wanted to know why he brought you home when he'd never done so with any friend before. He said you were the only reason he passed math for 2 years.
He still doesn't have a talent for it.
He also told me you were the only boy at school he felt he could talk to.
I hate how they treated him.
A friend of my brother's was a friend of mine.
Well, what did you think when you first saw me?
Oh, I think you know.